Hello,
Hey.
and welcome to
I'm
the
here again.
NerdCast with me and Grayson and Fletcher. I mean, I'd call him guest star, but I guess he's just recurring guest at this point.
Yeah, like I just
Well,
appear
no,
so
they're a part
much.
of it.
So
Main
pretty much like
cast
a
member.
co-host.
Yeah, main
Oh yeah,
cast
if you
member.
haven't yet, we have a really good series
Yeah.
called Star Wars No Hope. Yeah,
I help out with every episode.
Yeah, Star Wars No Hope is about, Star Wars, except Luke Skywalker dies.
And
When
Darth
he's trying to
Vader.
destroy
Like,
Death Star.
And
So
Darth
when he
Maul.
dies,
So villains
is when
like-
he's trying to take over the like basically kill the Death Star.
Yeah, it
in
takes place in a
episode
new,
4.
it takes place as an alternate ending to A New Hope. So if he had failed in A New Hope to win, there is a continuity error in the, and there is a continuity error in the third episode, because I thought it was, he fails in, Return of the Jedi, but it was A New Hope, so Yoda said something that's not canon to the actual Star Wars timeline. But whatever, it's our alternate universe.
That
It's our alternate universe, so
I
we can do
told him
whatever
not
we
to
want.
go when he hasn't even met.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, so what happens in the show is people like Jabba the Hutt, Boba Fett, you'll see about that. Darth Vader, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul's the main
all
villain.
alive. Still.
Yeah.
And so
That
go
doesn't make
watch
sense,
it.
since like you literally see Darth Maul die in Star Wars: The Rebels, and that is canon.
But it takes place. Oh yeah.
Well, no, because
no.
it's our alternate universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Darth Maul is the main villain.
He's not really in the first season that much.
Okay, main character.
I feel like we should start the
here,
episode instead of just like keep on rambling about
Okay,
this really good series.
Chewbacca, Han, Leia, Lando, Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, Chewbacca, all main characters. We're done with that.
Yeah. Okay. And also go watch Batman the Imaginext series. Also a good show we have.
Oh yeah.
But today we're going to be doing our top 3 action movies.
With that one.
So it is really good. Fletcher has no part in it, which means he doesn't like it. But
yeah, you start.
yes, I will start with my number 3 for top 3 action movies. So this was a really hard list. I love action movies. Action movies are my favorite movies, other than Disney movies. So I really like action movies. So this is really hard. All of these are very interchangeable, but this is just what's structured in my mind right now. So my number 3, honorable mention, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
What? That's not on your list.
It's my number 4. Honorable mention is Empire Strikes Back. But my number 3 is Hunger Games. Hunger Games, I just talked about in another video. It was the movies based on books, so I won't dwell on it too much. If you want my longer explanation of how good the series is, go watch that video. Good video. But, just to sum it up, Hunger Games is just really good. Has interesting questions about, like, society, psychological manipulation, like, getting people to believe what you want them to believe, like, giving people hope and trying to, like, it's very interesting. And it's just a very, like, cool concept. It's a very simple concept, but they really elaborate on it, and it's such an immersive movie. You feel like you're there with Katniss and Peeta, like in those woods trying to survive with dead kids lying on the ground. It's a great movie. Great movie series. It's the Hunger Games. Oh, all of the contestants in the Hunger Games are kids, by the way. No adults, just children.
Okay. But anyway. Okay. I have no comment on that, so I'm going to say my number 3. My number 3, Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is the best. It's great. Indiana Jones is a classic movie. Some people actually might not have heard about it, but the guy who plays Han Solo is Indiana Jones. And it was a long series. Indiana Jones was a long series. I think they might be making a new one. But then again, the guy who plays him is old. Really old. Indiana Jones is a series about a guy named Indiana Jones who becomes an adventurer about, many different things. He treasure hunts and then gives it to museums, and he tries to steal it from the biggest bad guys who are going to steal it from certain places, and then he'll try to give it to a museum. My favorite one, I forgot the name of it, but you should have already watched all of the Indiana Jones. It's one, Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail. It gives backstory on Indiana Jones. It has the best action, in my opinion, of all of them.
Best Holy Grail movie is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But
and
respect your opinion.
And then a twist. And you see, like, the main villains are the Nazis, so a lot of Nazis die.
I love killing Nazis. Okay, Fletcher.
And one of the Indiana Jones things is communist Russia one of the enemies?
No, I think it's just all
Nazis.
Boo.
So Fletcher.
Well, it should be.
Yeah, go watch Indiana Jones. I'm surprised you haven't, but it's not that big.
So Fletcher, what is your number 3?
I actually changed this like when we started the video, but my number 3 is Penguins of Madagascar.
What the flying
Oh,
fork?
This is a joke.
This has gotta be.
I really enjoy this movie.
I sure, it's an enjoyable film, but on the top 3 best action movies, there are some masterpieces. Masterpieces. There are masterpieces that are not even on my list.
Kaboom?
And you're putting
Yes, Rico, Kaboom.
a mediocre film on your list.
I haven't even watched that movie. What's it on?
How would friggin' Batman Dark Knight compare with Kaboom? Yes, Rico, Kaboom.
I'm so mad.
I haven't
mad.
seen that movie, but a lot of people like that movie.
It's a great movie.
Some guy out there is drooling over that.
It's like
Right
penguins in an action movie after Madagascar. It's like a spin-off of that of the Madagascar
I wouldn't really
series.
call it an action movie. Be like,
Why?
It's an animated action movie.
Happy.
What's the
Feet.
difference?
It's action, Happy Feet.
Yeah, it's family action, not good action.
Oh.
Well, it's about penguins, and they basically warriors that are highly trained, kung
Wait,
fu or
I have
something.
one question about that. Does the main captain guy still have his girlfriend, the bobblehead?
What?
Remember in one of those movies, he has a girlfriend. In Madagascar, I think 3, he has a girlfriend. It's a bobblehead. Is he still in love with his bobblehead?
Well, I mean, are you talking penguins in Madagascar or just more normal Madagascar?
Like Penguin in Madagascar. The main captain guy was girlfriend and boyfriend with a bobblehead. And I want to know if he's still in the relationship with the bobblehead.
I'm not sure either. But anyway, yeah, Penguins in Madagascar, great film. Even if it is it's just for family movie.
Okay.
It's still a good action film.
I want to have another honorable mention, because I noticed that there are no animated films on my list. So, in my opinion, my favorite animated action films are Incredibles 1 and 2. Penguins of Madagascar is nowhere near. Penguins of Madagascar is a family movie. How are you going to put that above masterpieces like Star Wars and The Dark Knight, which I'm assuming is not on your list?
You didn't even have Star Wars on your list.
I know, that's how good the top 3 are, and he's not even, and he's putting a Madagascar
I just really
movie.
enjoy the Penguins movie.
My number 3 is, my number 2 Okay, my number 2 used to be my favorite movie of all time, and honestly, it might still be. I just need to rewatch it. I've seen it like 5 times. I love the film to death. Like, seriously,
Yes, Batman movie.
It's not. Number 2 and number 1 are very, very close together. But my number 2 is Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War is Avengers Infinity War.
I'm doing like singular movies, by the way. Like whole series don't count. Like if a whole series is better than this one movie, yeah, it would count. But I'm not doing series.
Yeah, for Hunger Games to specify, I meant Mockingjay Part 2. But anyways, that's my favorite
what I mean by that though is like it. I'm going to count it if it's a good movie, all in all. Not like if it's a huge thing, like with movies, like a lot of movies, like the end of Star Wars. If it was actually good, if the ending of Star Wars was actually good, I wouldn't be counting, it just because it's like a huge, big thing. I'll be counting it because it's a good action movie.
But I'm counting Avengers Infinity War because it is a good action movie. It is. In my opinion, there was not one single bad MCU film. I like them all to a certain degree. And I think Avengers Infinity War is the best. I think it has the best action. I think it's the one that balances out, like, dark and funny. Both, like, the best. I think it has the best villain. Best characters. I think some of the heroes are best in this film. Scarlet Witch, maybe in Age of Ultron. Gamora definitely is. Gamora shocked me. I loved Gamora before the film, but now she's literally my second favorite Marvel hero because of Infinity War. That's how good the movie is.
And Quill's my more favorite besides that.
I love Avengers Infinity War. It's probably my second favorite movie of all time after my number 1 on this list. Infinity War is just great. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your life? Like, seriously, you haven't seen the biggest, Endgame, but you haven't seen, like, the biggest MCU movie? Like, what is wrong with you?
The second biggest.
Yeah, after Endgame.
Okay, but anyway. My number 2 is Star Wars, the third prequel. I don't remember the name of this, so right.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. It is a movie with, it's the backstory of Darth Vader. You already know it's good. Lucas made it, but he had help, so it's good. Yeah. And it's my boy Obi-Wan Kenobi, so you know it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Phantom.
Did I not forget? It has Yoda action scenes. A huge twist if you're watching the whole series. It is such a big twist that will really surprise you. It has huge villains like Palpatine. It has Count Dooku. It has clones.
Jar Jar Binks.
That's way better than Stormtroopers.
I think you just spoiled the twist.
Wait, what?
By Palpatine.
Shh.
Palpatine was the big boss of 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's no that.
Palpatine
you almost
was
ruined it. You almost ruined the twist. Palpatine is just Palpatine. You see him in the first and second one as a hologram.
Yeah,
he actually shows up in this movie. Wait, don't say anything. If people just didn't hear
it.
Okay.
You just spoiled it. You just spoiled the whole thing.
I just said that Palpatine was a big senator boy.
Yeah,
they call him Chancellor Palpatine. They call him in 1 and 2 Chancellor Palpatine.
You spoiled the whole thing. But anyway, he just spoiled literally one of the biggest twists in Star Wars besides.
I am your mother.
Besides that one, he just spoiled, all of Star Wars by saying that Emperor Palpatine was a part of the Senate.
No,
He literally said he was a part of the
they
Senate.
reveal. I'm not even sure that they reveal that.
No, you spoiled the movie. You literally said Palpatine was a part of the Senate. The Senate is the good guys.
I'm not even sure if they call the Emperor Palpatine in like Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back and like the Hope one. I forgot.
The Hope one.
But anyway, yeah, it has a huge twist. Clone Troopers are way better than Stormtroopers, obviously. But for some reason they were replaced because they were like, hey, Stormtroopers are way better, which makes literally zero sense. Clone Troopers are born to battle.
Yeah, like they're
Stormtroopers
genetically engineered.
Exactly. They're like Captain America, except less strong.
And not as
But then then Stormtroopers can't even hit a shot.
Oh, so you mean like Black Widow?
We don't joke about Black Widow. She's listening.
Yeah, I say we can.
She's
Okay,
listening.
but anyway, that was my number
Black Widow.
2.
What's your number 2, Fletcher? I swear if it's the original Madagascar, I'm kicking you off this channel permanently.
Not like the normal Madagascars.
Actually, Lord of the Rings could have been one of them.
Anyway.
I count it more as fantasy.
Number 2 is the first Ant-Man movie.
The first Ant-Man?
Yeah, I like this movie because
that's
action.
a really good movie.
It is, but really?
And comedy.
Yeah,
my favorite character
that
of the
actually
film,
should have been on my list. That was way better than
my
number 1.
My favorite character of the film is Luis' favorite. Everybody loves Luis.
I mean,
He tells like those funny stories. Like,
let me tell you about that time.
It's so funny when he's telling a story. Like one time.
Well, I mean, I like the main character more, but he wasn't good. That was a...
I was kind of surprised.
But, yeah. Anyway.
I was kind of surprised to see Ant-Man on your list.
Lots of action sequences, but also lots of comedy.
He should have been an Endgame.
Ant-Man was an Endgame. Oh, you're talking about Luis?
No. Yeah,
Luis.
the story.
He better get... Luis better get a suit in Ant-Man 3.
But, yeah, that was, like...
Wait, there's an Ant-Man 3 coming out?
Yeah, And a black.
Nice.
Really?
Well, yeah, of course they're gonna make
Of
course they're gonna make a sequel to a movie that made $1 million. A lot more than $1 million.
What the best story Luis is gonna tell now.
But yeah,
okay.
So...
But
Wait, I need to say something? I was surprised to see Ant-Man on your list. I'm not gonna, judge you that much because, Ant-Man's a great film. And it's weird because, every MCU film is a great film. All of them. For, an MCU film, I'm surprised that... Because Ant-Man, that's how great the movies are. Ant-Man probably wouldn't even be in my top 5. Just because of how good the MCU is.
Oh, no, it would be definitely in my top 5.
I think...
Okay. Well, what's your number 1?
You know my number 1. My number 1. Would you like to say it?
The Dark Knight.
Yes, my number 1 is The Dark Knight. Do I even need to talk about it? I talk, all of the occasions I've talked about...
You talk a lot about Batman, and I think this is just Batman, so...
I talked about it in top 5 Batman villains, top 5 Batman movies.
It's a great movie, but it's not that good, Bert.
Well, it's my favorite movie. I'm not even going to talk about it.
My favorite one is
gonna go to your house.
His favorite Batman movie is Batman Year 1.
Times.
His favorite Batman movie is Year 1. I wonder if that's going to be your number 1.
Well, no, that's one of them.
Well, isn't it? It was on your it was number 1 on your top 5 Batman movies.
Well, change the list.
Okay. Well, but yeah. If you want my full thoughts on The Dark Knight, go watch top 5 Batman movies. And skip to my number 1. But, yeah, just insert that entire thing here, because I have nothing left to say. It's an amazing movie. Of course, please, if you kick Madagascar Penguins off the list, what do you want to do? What do you want to change?
I want to change my number 2 and my number 1.
Oh.
You have to, like, seriously...
Well, it's too late for that now.
It's too late. Fine. Grayson, what is your number 1?
Well, my number 1 is, the best action movie, in my opinion, especially if you watched all of them, which you definitely have, or you're insane, and I will kill you in your sleep. It's Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Endgame is just great.
Endgame is probably... Yeah.
That used to be my number 1, but then I changed my number 1.
Wait, you've seen Endgame?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember a couple weeks ago you said...
A little bit, but I knew it was very good from that tiny little bit.
I remember a couple weeks ago you said you hadn't seen Endgame.
So, now that I think about it, Ant-Man should have replaced
Wait,
Endgame.
What? You're joking, right?
No. That is not a joke. That's not even...
Ant-Man above Endgame.
Ant-Man is a great movie.
Above Endgame.
Ant-Man.
Oh, to be the best action movie, shouldn't it have to be like a masterpiece? Ant-Man's not a masterpiece. Endgame is a masterpiece.
Masterpiece. Ant-Man is a masterpiece. Ant-Man is so good.
Yeah.
Ant-Man is really good. Ant-Man's an amazing film, but it's in a series of a bunch of amazing films. So...
Okay. Can you pause the video?
Oh, yes. Yeah, and I hate you and I never want to see you again. Bye. I'm kidding.
Wait, what?
I just made like a phone gesture, like I was talking to someone on a phone. But, okay. But yeah, back to Ant-Man. Ant-Man's a really good film. But out of the entire MCU, it's like one of the best movie franchises ever. Like, is Ant-Man the best MCU film?
Yes.
Above Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Above Age of Ultron. Above Civil War.
Yes.
Winter Soldier. Endgame. Infinity War.
Yes.
So I have to say something real quick about Age of Ultron. I kind of agree with Ultron. In some ways, I feel like we should start over. You know, TikTok, Fortnite, PUBG, Rainbow Six.
Mm-hmm.
We should start over.
Yeah.
We start over.
Yeah. Humans.
We need a do-over so we can make Earth better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do. But anyways, yes. Fletcher. Oh God, it's Fletcher's number 1 now. This is gonna give me a heart attack if it's Penguins.
Is Ant-Man.
Wait, that was your number 2.
My list again.
What's your number 2 then?
My list. My number 2 is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's another action and comedy film, and I really like it.
But above Endgame?
Oh, I should honorable mention Fast and Furious, the newest one that came out. That's gonna sound weird because I, don't like cars, don't like car movies and games. But that is not a car movie. That is not a car movie. It's the first one that doesn't revolve around cars. It's great. It's literally, it has The Rock, has some British guy. It's like a rip-off of James Bond. It's a great movie.
Okay, so yes. So, Thor Ragnarok. Oh wait, okay, Ant-Man, The Dark Knight, and Endgame are our number 1s. But seriously, Grayson,
Thor Ragnarok was a great movie.
Do you really think Ant-Man's better than Endgame? Or are you joking with me? I'm not talking...
that's not a joke. It is really good. Like, I watched Ant-Man. It was such a good film.
But better than Captain Marvel?
I watched Endgame in the theaters.
Better than Captain Marvel? And Civil War, and Winter Soldier, and Age of Ultron, and Thor Ragnarok, and Ant-Man?
These are my... Wait, no, I'm not going to say my, top MCU movies, because that's a spoiler.
We should do another list about that.
Mm-hmm. Like, how many times do I have to tell you? Ant-Man is the best Marvel movie, period.
It is one of the best.
What do you mean,
I wouldn't put it in my top tier. Like, my top tier...
better than Endgame.
We should do... Wait, no. I feel like this is a weird video, because we're, just kind of talking about random topics in this video.
Sort of.
So, wait, sorry, you saying we should start over?
No. Star off the list.
Top 5 action
Yeah.
movies. This video was a
What's
mess.
the moral of this video? The moral is Ant-Man is by far the best Marvel
No, it's
movie.
not. No, it's not. No.
Yeah, it is. It's better than Dark Knight, and that will trigger you.
Oh, God.
Dark Knight isn't that good. Okay, the moral of the story, Dark Knight isn't the best.
It's my favorite, though. Infinity War is probably the best, but Dark Knight's my favorite.
The huge twist in
No,
Star
I
Wars.
didn't.
And Ant-Man's the best.
Okay, my...
Good night. I mean,
okay, in
good
my
night.
defense, they literally
Good
call...
night, good night and good morning. Bye-bye.
But in my... But Grayson, I didn't spoil it. You did.